All right, let's dive into something really strange today. A phenomenon that might just make you question your own mind. It's called the Mandela Effect. And, well, it shows how even our most certain memories can be completely, totally wrong.
Okay, let's kick things off with a little test. I want you to picture those children's books, the ones about the family of bears. Got the image in your head? Now, how would you spell their last name? Really think about it. Are you confident?
So, if you vividly, and I mean vividly, remember spelling it with an E, you are definitely not alone. Millions of people remember it the exact same way. But you're mistaken. It's always been an A. And that feeling you have right now, that's you experiencing the Mandela Effect.
So what in the world is this? What is this bizarre little glitch in our collective memory? Is it proof of parallel universes clashing? Or is it something a lot closer to home?
As cool as the alternate dimension theory sounds, the real answer is actually rooted right inside our own heads. It's all about the fascinating and kind of flawed way our brains store and retrieve information. To really get why this happens, we have to bust a huge myth, a really common misconception about how our memory actually works. You see, we all like to think our memory is like a perfect video camera, right? You just hit play and watch the event exactly as it happened. But that's not it at all. The reality is, your memory is more like a storyteller. Every single time you remember something, your brain rebuilds that story from scratch. And this reconstruction process is pretty wild. First, your brain just grabs whatever little fragments of the real event it can find. Then, and this is the key part, it fills in all the missing gaps with stuff it thinks should be there. And finally, it serves up this patched-together version to you and says, here you go, a complete and accurate memory.
So here's where it all gets a bit shaky. What happens if your brain fills in a gap with the wrong piece of information? Well, it doesn't just create a small error. No, it creates an entirely new false memory that feels 100% real. There's a word for this, confabulation. It's when your brain literally invents memories just to make a story make sense. You're not lying, you're not trying to deceive anyone. Your brain is just trying to be a helpful editor, but sometimes it gets the facts completely wrong.
Okay, so that's how a memory can go wrong for one person. But how does it become this massive, shared delusion? Well, it spreads kind of like a social virus. There are two really powerful psychological forces that make this happen. First, we're all super suggestible. If someone else seems really confident about a memory and ours is a little fuzzy, we're likely to just go along with their version. And second, there's confirmation bias. We love to find evidence that we're right, and we'll ignore anything that tells us we might be wrong. So you can see how this chain reaction happens, right? One person confidently says something wrong. Then suggestibility picks in, and other people start to think, yeah, that sounds right. Then confirmation bias reinforces it because now everyone is agreeing. And before you know it, you have millions of people who will swear on their life they read the BerenstEin, not Berenstain, Bears. Okay, this is where we get to the really unsettling part of all this. Because this isn't just about cartoon bears or misremembered movie quotes. This is about you. Just let that sink in for a second. The memories that you hold the most dear, the ones that feel so real, so vivid, they define who you are, they could just be a story. A story your brain made up because it's designed to tell a good narrative, not necessarily the absolute truth. This is way more than just a fun internet thing to talk about. It's a really profound look at our own fallibility. It proves that the feeling of being certain about something is absolutely no guarantee that it's true. And that, right there, is the question the Mandela Effect leaves us wrestling with. It's a challenge not just to our memory, but to how we build our own personal history, our own sense of truth. What you remember isn't what happened. It's just the story you're telling yourself today.